Well, hello there, people in the internet, and hello again. I am TheMBmulti, and welcome back to Minecraft SCP Site 19 Site Construction. This is the second part of the series. First of all, let me thank you guys very much for the support that you've given me on the first episode. It was very nicely received, so thank you very much. I'm glad you like the series. As I said, that I'm using so that I can get some progress done on the map. Okay, so in the previous episode there was a lot of talking and not a lot of action, and this episode we're going to completely switch that around. There won't be a lot of talking and there will be a lot of action. In the previous episode I talked about the map and what I want to do with it, and the planning and all that stuff, and yeah, the plans and what I want to do first and then secondly and stuff like that. This episode we're actually going to do something. We're going to work on the map, and most importantly we're going to demolish stuff. I've already removed the heavy containment zone, but I already did that beforehand. Now I'm going to remove the light containment zone and maybe even also the entrance zone as well. Basically the rest all together. It's a bit annoying because as I said before, everything is like interlocked with one another, so it's kind of hard to get it out, to get everything out, but we should be fine. We should be fine. After I'm done with that, I will finish the episode with a quick loading in the map on Minecraft to try and see if it works or not. So, yeah, that's basically what we're going to do today. It'll be a time lapse, so you guys can hear some music while I do my work around here. Maybe I'll come back from time to time with some commentary about things, but most of it should be pretty straightforward, you know, just removing shit. Basically removing everything that you see over here. All of this, well, not all of this, but all of this needs to go. All of this needs to be destroyed and cut out of the map, and everything has to eventually look kind of like this, a huge open area where I can build in. And then, of course, I'll refill everything in Minecraft itself, but that'll be later. So yeah, this episode's about demolishing all the stuff. I hope you guys are excited for it. I'll go away. I'll leave you with the music, and I'll see you guys when something interesting is going on. Okay, so as you can see over here, it's already a bit annoying because over here we have gate B, which I of course need to keep intact, but if I delete this, you see, if I put this too far up, we're actually deleting some of that stuff, so it's a bit hard to cut everything out in such a way, but I think it's alright. We've demolished the first part here. It goes a bit further in the back, so let's keep it going through there. We're going to cut through that piece of the cave. There are some other cave parts over there. This is also in the second layer of the containment, right? Yeah, this is second layer as well. Okay, so I will have to make it deeper because I also want. I don't necessarily want it to go as deep as the heavy containment, but it needs to go a bit deeper at least. Of course, as I mentioned in the previous episode, it's not going to restrict the light containment zone to this area. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to expand the light containment zone further in that direction. further down and further in that direction. Maybe even like going a bit further this way, because in this direction, because the light containment goes further over here and towards here to the right. Let's actually save in the meantime. The light containment zone goes further over there to the right, so and then it interlocks with, as you can see over here, the scientific area. This is part of the Chthonic labs over here. So, yeah, I can't really tell where I'm gonna divide everything because everything is still intervening with one another. So I can't really draw a definitive line, but I want to primarily keep this as the middle. I have to edit this as well because I need to make this one block bigger, but yeah. Heavy containment is basically back here. I want light containment zone to be only over there. Then I'll draw a line here in the middle, and then over to the right of that line will be only scientific, and then in the area between heavy and scientific will be administrative. Basically over here where it is already, but it will be more restricted to one certain area. But how that works out, don't really know just yet. First I just need to get rid of some stuff. So, and as I said, it's a bit of a pain in the ass to get rid of everything. So we're definitely not done yet, so wish me luck. Okay, so we're getting there. Most of the light containment zone is now gone. As you may have noticed, I'm having a bit of an issue with the surface over here because it is so goddamn close to the surface. This area, it is ridiculous. You see, even this part here. Yeah, I wanted to keep these areas in. These are the areas from the vents. They were just caves that led up to the surface, and I kind of incorporated them in the build as I went along. And they actually kind of became the areas of the ventilation system. But as you can see, I have to do so much work in order to get everything, get the roof fine and everything, that I actually have to fill these in with regular stone. So, as you can see, we started to cut our way through the oh, excuse me. We started to cut our way through the laboratory area, which is good. As you can see, this is the only part of the Chthonic labs that is left over here. And here we have, this isn't the cafeteria, this is the part of the administrative area. We have the offices. Dr. Xenomorph, Dr. Omega Raptor, I mean, sorry. Dr. Jurassic Guy. I will put all these offices back and stuff, so don't worry, but as I said, it's a bit, I have to, you know, I have to get everything, this is always the messiest part, you know, demolishing everything and making room for all the new stuff. And that's a bit that's always the messiest part. That's always why I don't really like it, because it's like, ugh. you know, it's pretty frustrating. Also, while I was working just now here on the map, I had a bit, not necessarily brilliant, but I had a pretty good idea, because there is this door from gate B, which only led to this area back here, where you could pull the lever for the lava trap out somewhere over here. Ah, there, yeah, there are the pistons. The lava trap out here. I can't seem to find the lava, but there's lava up here with pistons, and then lava falls down to basically shut this off so that nothing can move out of gate B. And there was a very tiny storage chamber, but I removed that already. So I thought with this door over here, of course, it could still go there, but it could also be another way to get over to the light containment zone, because as you can see, that's the entrance to the light containment zone. It will definitely not, maybe it won't be on that point specifically, maybe a bit more to the right or to the left, but this is pretty close. So I don't know how big I'll make it or how far out I'll make it, but I think I can easily like link this up to the same area. So then when you exit light containment, you can actually go through to the main hall, or you can actually immediately exit through gate B. And same thing with this door. This door, you have to walk past here to get to heavy containment right now, but as I said, I will change all of that, and then this door could do the same. And this door could also lead to heavy containment from the gate B direction. So when you exit heavy containment, you can either go to the main hall, or you can immediately exit through gate B. So that gate B will kind of be our... it'll be... okay, sorry. Gate B will basically become our like emergency exit, because if you exit from either the light or the heavy containment, gate B is the very first exit that you can get out of, because, as I said, of the way I'll link it up later when I'm in Minecraft. So that could actually be a good idea. The gate B is like our emergency exit gate for when you have to escape through one of the one of the containment zones. And of course, if you are in the scientific or in the administrative department, of course, gate A will be your preferred choice for escape. Because in order to actually exit the scientific and administrative department, you actually have to get through the main hall. So you're actually already here, and then you're like, oh, then of course gate A is closer. Because that also kind of makes it like, you know, like there is a bit of security between the things, because of course scientific and administrative, they're all run by, of course, regular humans and stuff, and nothing dangerous is there, except for scientific, of course, where there are the Class D holding cells, and also the laboratory, where of course SCPs will be brought in for testing. Yeah, but they're directly linked to the main hall, while if you actually go from the main hall to light or heavy containment, there's actually a bit in between, and a security checkpoint, obviously, where you have to go. And in that bit in between, you can also like be linked up to gate B. So, of course, they are not immediately... They won't be immediately linked to the main hall, while as these other two are going to be linked directly to the main hall. Because, well, because of course it's a little bit less dangerous. Maybe I won't do it directly like this anymore, because of course if you go through entrance zone through here, you're immediately in the entrance zone. You're immediately at administrative departments and stuff. So maybe I'll put like one security checkpoint in front, like you have to walk past and show your ID, and then you can walk on. Same thing with that. But other than that, I think I'll keep it like that, because that actually kind of shows that it's easy to that there's less security, because of course this is all run by humans. So in order to get here, you of course already passed some security stuff. So yeah, just a little bit of things that I'm thinking about while I'm busy removing everything. Also, another thing what I really want to remember is a good access point from the laboratory. from the containment zones, because as I said before, I will make the hallways of the containment zones larger and wider and stuff, just because that looks nicer and that's also allowing for easy access, but also because I had a bit of a problem, because not only of course it's role play, so you can basically imagine that things go in a certain way, but I always find it a bit unfortunate when, of course, I have to move something to the scientific department, to the laboratory, and in real life I'm going to be like, yeah, if I actually try to do that in Minecraft, that would, in this map, in real life, you know, that would be impossible because of the way everything is designed. So what I want to really remember, and what I want to put in definitely, is some sort of underground tunnel that goes underneath the light and the heavy containment zone. Well, underneath the heavy containment zone is pretty hard because it's already pretty low, but at least underneath the laboratory, a sort of secret, not necessarily secret, but an easy access tunnel that basically is also with checkpoints, of course, heavy security and shit, so that SCPs can be easily can be moved from their containment zones to the laboratory for testing, and then immediately brought back. Like 2 tunnels from light and heavy that meet up in a sort of central hub within, like, right in the middle of the laboratory of the scientific department. Another thing that I just now thought of that actually would be quite useful, but of course that will only be built once I'm busy on Minecraft. So again, if you guys have any other suggestions of things that I should like stuff like that, you know, that I just thought of now. If you have any suggestions, if you have any suggestions of anything like that, or maybe something completely different that I haven't thought about either, be sure to drop it in the comment section, of course, because the whole point of this series is that you guys can help out and kind of, like, you know, discuss and see not only see the progress, but also, like, participate. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna copy the D-class cells now and remove the rest, and then we're gonna be done, I think, for today's episode. Right then, so that is it for this episode, basically, of... Oh. Seem to have accidentally cut that part of the grass out, off from the top here, but it's easily replaced. There we go. Okay, so that should be it for this second installment of site construction, well, more like site demolishing, actually, in this episode. Whew, okay. Yeah, we are basically done here with all the site demolishing of all the previous stuff. I will store this thing away into a separate map. Okay, so now nothing remains of the old site with the exception of the main hall and some other like tiny bits and bobs scattered around, which are actually almost everything that's left, except, as I said, for the main hall, are slated for either demolishing or reconstruction. So a lot of work needs to be done. Okay, so we've removed everything that we needed to remove. Yeah, basically the only thing remaining is gate A and B. And then here the large stairway down into heavy containment, and then here the main hall, which I've already edited a bit. I need to straighten that out with the wool a little bit more, but I will do that later in my own time. Okay, so anyway, this is yeah, this is it really. So as you can see, everything else out here is removed. I need to remove this part a little bit more. It's removed, you know, it's gone, the old facility. Some parts, as I said, are still here, as of course the main hall and stuff. And as you can see, a section of my office is still here, because I really want to keep my office in the same place. Why the hell did I move a door in here? This is part of the ventilation system. Why the hell did I put the door in my ventilation system? And why the hell is there a gap between the bookshelves? Maybe part of some elaborate escape route that is so elaborate that I even forgot about it myself. Anyway, so yeah, part of my old office is still here because I really like the look of that office. I want to make it a bit bigger, of course, so that's why it's partially here still. I prefer to keep it in the same location, but I want to make it look a bit bigger and nicer and stuff. So maybe so that's what I'm planning to do. Maybe a bit further down, so that's higher up. So yeah. All of this is now a huge empty void. So the point of what I'm going to do in the next episode is divide up the areas a bit, do a little bit more fine tuning, and then we're going to try to test the map to see if it doesn't crash if we try to log in. I'm gonna put a wall like there, so this huge square is only going to be heavy containment. So, from that door, as you can see, I will lower it a bit so that we have a little bit more headroom. I can't really dig any further up, because you may have seen during the time that I had some issues with the surface again over here, because it's so incredibly close to the surface that you can't just remove a whole lot, because then you just end up removing part of the surface. So, oh, that part is over. Oh, this is the emergency bunker, yeah. Oh, well. I've got a whole bunch of plans for the administrative zone, but you guys will see that eventually on your own. So yeah, so this area up here will be the first layer of the entrance area. And then the wall will kind of continue, then there will be another wall, kind of continuing through here. And then coming back to here, basically. That is going to be, well, maybe not that large, but basically that way. Basically like that. So that is going to be our administrative department. Maybe further this way, don't know yet. But especially I want to make the administrative layer like the housing area, as I mentioned in the planning episode. I want to make it look a lot more like staff is living there for on a long-term basis. So I want to have like dormitories in there, like relaxation areas, stuff like that. Okay, so then we have this area over here. So this door leads to scientific area, which will be in like this general direction. Yeah, what I'm looking at it right now, maybe I'll do administrative from, you know, that's going to be heavy containment from there to here, and because this door is like orientated here, like in a sort of L shape around here, or mostly this direction, and then the other door for light containment is here, and then as I already said, light containment is going to go mostly in this direction. So the wall between the science department and the light containment zone will basically be here. So everything on the left of here is going to be science, and everything to the right of here, and I will make this bigger, is going to be light containment zone. And everything, so science stuff over there, light containment zone over there. And then as I said before, I will add tunnels that link up the light and heavy containment with the scientific department, with the Chthonic labs. Because the Chthonic labs will be back, it will give the same name, and some of the parts will be the same, but mostly it will be a completely new design. It will be a lot larger, and of course also hopefully a lot better looking. So yeah, that is that. Also, when I was working on this, I saw this part. There's a tiny. I didn't even do this. I just now discovered this. There's like a tiny bit of water running down here, so I thought I left that open so I can keep that. You know, maybe can do something with that. I thought of maybe maybe that water could run over to a sort of underground park. You know, that water could like feed a river in a park that's built underground for relaxation purposes, for, as I said before, long-term stuff. That stuff that has to stay here for a long time. You know, that can like be water for that, perhaps, something along those lines, maybe. Yeah, so yeah, in the next episodes, we're going to be back in MC Edit again. We're going to be we're going to basically be fine-tuning. I need to remove a couple parts here, and then I'll put those walls in place that I was mentioning just now. Maybe the walls that I was mentioning, maybe that was a bit confusing for you guys, so I'll actually put those walls in the next episode, so you guys actually don't have to be worried about anything. I'm not going to be confused anymore. You can actually see what I'm talking about. To divide the 4 sections of the map: heavy containment, administrative, scientific, and light containment zone. Then I'll specify those 4 areas with those walls, so that I actually, while I'm building, I cannot actually intervene with all the other parts. I can just keep everything nice and tidy in their own division areas. And in the next episode, we're going to load up the map in Minecraft with the mods on to see if it crashes or not. If it still crashes, I've got a fairly decent idea what's causing it, because if we go all the way over here, there are, yeah, this is just ocean. Yeah, there are all of these. These are marble blocks from the SCP craft mod that are randomly generated blocks. So if the game still crashes, I bet that's causing it. So then I need to fix that, which is very inconvenient and makes my task a lot harder, but it should easily be done. Also, don't really know what I'm gonna do with this just now. Oh, these are yeah, SCP-143 instances over here. These purple trees. Those are instances of SCP-143. Pretty funny. Yeah, don't really know what else I will need to do on MC Edit after that. I think we're pretty much done there. So next episode, as I said, will be fine-tuning and testing to see if the game will still crash if I load it up. If it doesn't, fantastic. Then the episode after that will actually be building on Minecraft. If it does crash, then the episode after that will be fixing the crashes and working on that. So yeah, as I said before, this is always the messiest part of any project, removing stuff if you have to. I really dislike it, but as I said, I have to do it because otherwise it just won't work, and it will make for a whole lot of extra work, which is unnecessary, which could be avoided if I just do it like this, which is what I'm doing right now. So yeah, hope you almost enjoyed the video. Click the like button underneath if you did. Subscribe to be part of the TheMBmulti so you never miss any of my videos. You can do that by clicking the subscribe button up here off the left of here, or the subscribe button underneath the video. See you later, Romans. Ave.